Let us solve the next problem in the Nyquist plot, that is open loop transfer function will be equal to k divided by s into s plus a, where k is a positive and a is a positive. Otherwise k greater than 0 or a greater than 0. So in this module, the first thing what you have to identify is whether they have given open loop transfer function or not. If they are given open loop transfer function, take directly, it should be g of s into h of s. Here they have given open loop transfer function directly, hence start the problem directly. So the solution for this is g of h of s will be equal to k divided by s into s plus a. If they have given any other transfer function like closed loop transfer function or characteristic equation, then you have to convert characteristic equation or closed loop transfer function to open loop transfer function g of s and h of s. Then you have to solve. The first thing is they should given the open loop transfer function. Let us see how to calculate. As usual in the problem, first the denominator terms represents the poles and the numerator terms represents the zeros. Let us calculate what are the poles. Here poles, s is equal to 0. This is a case of pole at origin. Then s plus a is equal to 0. So s is equal to minus a, zeros. The numerator factors, there is only a constant term, there is no factors, hence the zeros are nil. So if I write 0, then you can misunderstood that it might be having 1 0. So that's why for sake of understanding I will write nil. Nil means there are no factors in the numerator, hence there are no 0 terms. After this you have to calculate Nyquist plot in S plane. So in order to calculate the value of P or Hs, we will be plotting this. Here there are two things. According to the Nyquist criterion, n minus 1 plus j0 is equal to z or Hs minus P or Hs. Z or Hs is always equal to 0 since there is a closed loop stability condition. You have to calculate two things. One is P or Hs, poles at RHS, and encirclements about the critical point minus 1 plus g0. So you have to calculate P or Hs, then you have to calculate encirclements about minus 1 plus j0. These are the two things you need to calculate in the Nyquist plot. Using the condition n minus 1 plus j0 is equal to z or Hs minus P or Hs. You will be calculating P or Hs using S plane. You will be calculating n minus 1 plus j0 using g of s, h of s plane. The transformation you will be doing mapping. So that's all. Then after that, if both are equal, then it is stable. If both are not equal, then it is unstable. That's all. So the procedure is somewhat big. Let us calculate P or Hs by plotting Nyquist plot in S plane. So directly I will write Nyquist plot in S plane. So here there are only two cases. One is pole at origin and another one is no pole at origin. Here there is a case pole at origin. So for that, this is a condition. This is a real plane sigma. This is imaginary plane j omega. And remember, this is S plane. S plane. So first I will locate the poles. So this is a pole. Poles are represented by into mark, as you know, and zeros are represented by a 0 mark. This convention you already know. The same convention I will be using here. So there is another pole at minus a. This is a negative real part. So this is 0 and this is a. And there is a pole at origin. Since there is a pole at origin, the Nyquist plot will not exactly start at 0, it will start at some distance. So it is infinitesimally equal to 0. So what I will do is, I will draw that this is O. This is almost infinitesimally equal to 0. Since there is a pole at origin, we will not touch this, we will go beyond it. And go up to infinity, This is omega is equal to 0 point. And this is omega is equal to infinity point. go up to plus infinity. This I will call it as OA. Then you search entire right half of S plane, go up to minus infinity. So this point I will call it as B, and this point I will call it as C. This is minus infinity. Then again come back to 0. So this is omega is equal to minus 0. This point is D. Then a contour, which is the radius of contour is almost nil. It is equal to 0. And this is E. And I will name the segments. This is a segment 1, and this is a segment 2, and this is a segment 3, and this is a segment 4. And the radius for this is, I will use a complex function r e to the power of j theta, where r tends to infinity. And this is the radius. I have taken a small circle, small bypass. The radius of this small bypass is almost 0. So that I will call it as r e to the power of j theta, r tends to 0. So by looking at this graph, you have to locate how many poles are there in right hand side of this plane. How many poles are there? P or H's. There is no poles at right hand side. There is no poles at right hand side. That means P or H is equal to 0 or nil. Then if this condition is satisfies, then open loop stability exists. So this is a conclusion we will be drawing from this Nyquist plot in S plane. Here just we are calculating how many poles are there in right hand side. Then mapping, we have to transform the frequency plot in S plane to frequency plot in G of S H of S plane. So mapping. So why I have divided the plots in terms of segments is for mapping only. Segment 1, segment 2, segment 3 and segment 4. There are 4 segments. Segment 1 OA, segment 2 ABC. ABC is a circular contour, OA is a linear contour, then CD again a linear contour, then DEO is a circular contour. So the intention behind this is OA is a polar plot, again ABC is also a polar plot, CD is also a polar plot, DEO is also a polar plot. We have to solve for the polar plot conditions. First let us solve the first segment. Mapping is the transformation of Nyquist plot in S plane to Nyquist plot in G of S H of S plane. That is the definition of mapping. Let us see the first segment. The first segment is OA. So segment 1 OA. So segment 1 OA is a polar plot. The condition for polar plot is put S is equal to j omega and omega varies from 0 to infinity. This is a condition for the first plot. So I will write G of what is S? S is replaced with j omega. This is an actual procedure for polar plot. What you have solved previous problem, the same thing. G of j omega into H of j omega equal to K divided by j omega into j omega plus A. I have replaced S with j omega, that's all. Then here another condition is I have to calculate what is the magnitude and phase angle. What is the magnitude? Magnitude M is equal to numerator term only K. Magnitude for a complex number x plus iy is the square root of real part square, that is x square, plus imaginary part square plus y square. So simply we can say if the complex number having real part plus imaginary part, then the magnitude will be equal to square root of real part square plus imaginary part square. The same thing, real part square is k square, imaginary part is j0, nothing imaginary part here. K square with a root and square will get cancels, that will be equal to k, and divided by same j omega plus 0. Here there is no real part will be 0, omega square with root, it will be omega into square root of j omega plus a. So real part square is a square, imaginary part square is omega square. So complex number is omega square plus a square. This is the magnitude for the complex number. Then after that, what is the phase angle? Phase angle is denoted by phi. Phase angle will be equal to tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. The same concept here. So magnitude, if it is a x plus iy, magnitude will be equal to x square plus y square, square root of real part plus imaginary part square, and phase angle is equal to tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. So this you have to remember. The same thing I will be substituting here. So k, nothing will be there, it is 0. Phase angle for numerator is 0 minus j omega plus 0. So tan inverse of omega by 0, tan inverse of omega by 0 is infinity, anything by 0. I will write this since it is a second problem. Next problem I won't write this, directly I will solve the steps. Then minus tan inverse of omega by a. 0, it is for numerator, since there is a constant, it is 0. And the denominator, when you take denominator to a numerator, it will be minus tan inverse of imaginary part is omega, real part is 0. So j omega plus 0. Then j omega plus a, imaginary part is omega, real part is a. So if I solve this, phase angle will be equal to 0, it goes tan inverse of omega by 0, anything by 0 is infinity. So tan inverse of infinity is 90 degree, minus 90 degree. Tan inverse of infinity is 90. Since there is a minus, it will be minus 90 minus tan inverse of omega by a. So this is the equation for phase angle, and this is the equation for magnitude. You have to calculate what is the magnitude when omega is equal to 0. You have to calculate what is the magnitude when omega is equal to infinity. The same thing I will be doing. What is the magnitude at omega is equal to 0? If I give omega is equal to 0, anything by 0 is infinity. What is the magnitude at omega is equal to infinity? If I give omega as infinity, then anything by infinity is 0. What is the phase angle at omega is equal to 0? Phase angle at omega is equal to 0 means this term is 0. So you will be only left out with minus 90 degree. What is the phase angle at omega is equal to infinity? So if you give infinity, tan inverse of infinity is minus 90, minus 90 minus 90 is minus 180 degree. So this is the final answer what we require. What is the magnitude at omega is equal to 0? What is the phase angle at omega is equal to 0? Then let us solve second segment. So segment 2, what is segment 2? Segment 2 is A, B, C. ABC is a curve, it is having a limit. So you will be searching entire right half of S-plane here. So you will be searching entire right half of S-plane. So the function you have to change, the function is changed with r e to the power of j theta. Again it is the limits what we are doing. So replace S is equal to r e to the power of j theta, where r tends to infinity, and theta varies from, and you need to observe the circle whether it is going clockwise or counterclockwise. Here the circle is going clockwise. Since it is going clockwise, you have to measure angle in negative. So what I will do is, this is 0, this is minus 90, this is minus 180, and this is minus 270. See here, now the angle is starting at minus 270, next minus 360, then minus 450. So theta varies from minus 270 to minus 450. Minus 270 degree to minus 450 degree. And what is the angle coverage? And angle coverage theta is equal to, it is covering two quadrants, so it is covering 180 degree in clockwise direction. 180 degree clockwise. So this is the important thing, data what we want. How you got 180 degree? Minus 450 minus of minus 270. So you will be left out with minus 180. Minus angle is clockwise. Got it? Next. Replace S is equal to R e to the power of j theta. So G of R e to the power of j theta, H of R e to the power of j theta will be equal to this term, K divided by R e to the power of j theta into R e to the power of j theta plus A. So now you consider the limit. Consider limit as R tends to infinity. So if you consider the limits, K will be remains constant, R e to the power of j theta, retain the term, and here you need to compare whether this term is greater or this term is greater. Here R e to the power of j theta is greater than A. A is any positive value, but infinity is greater than the A, hence you retain R e to the power of j theta. So here you are considering the value of infinity and writing the expression. Again same limits and continuity. Now you apply limit as R tends to infinity. In the next problem I won't write limit, just I will write consider R tends to infinity. Here apply R tends to infinity. Then it is understood that you have applied the limit values. So if I apply limit R tends to infinity, K remains constant divided by R into R, again infinity into infinity, again and infinity, e to the power of 2 j theta, j theta into j theta, it will be 2 j theta. I will be taking that in numerator, e to the power of minus 2 j theta. So this is g of R e to the power of j theta, h of R e to the power of j theta, and what is the magnitude? Magnitude at R tends to infinity. Here R is at infinity, you will be searching at infinity. Magnitude at R tends to infinity is, anything by infinity is 0. And what is the phase angle? Phase angle will be equal to, so e to the power of 2 j theta can be written as 6 theta, cos 2 theta minus j sin 2 theta. So what is the phase angle formula? So phase angle phi will be equal to tan inverse of real part minus sin 2 theta and imaginary part cos 2 theta. Sin by cos, tan inverse of minus tan 2 theta, so you will get minus 2 theta. The same thing I will be writing here, minus 2 theta minus 2 into, what is theta? Theta is 180 degree, 2 into 180, 2 into 180 is 360, so phi will be equal to 360. So you got minus, minus indicates it is in reverse direction. So here it is clockwise, since you got minus, it is in opposite to clockwise, it is counterclockwise. So 360 degree counterclockwise. This is the phase angle. Second segment is over. Then let us go to third segment. What is the third segment? Segment 3. Segment 3, that is CD. What is the condition for segment 3? Again the same thing, it is a polar plot. You have to replace, put S is equal to j omega. Omega varies from minus 0 to minus infinity. So first segment and second segment are in reverse direction, hence segment 3 is replica of segment 1. So no solution, the same thing, the only change is it is in reverse direction. That is a segment 3, it is a mirror image. Then let us solve one more segment, segment 4, DEO. What is the DEO? Again, it is a circular interpolation. It is a circle what you are searching near 0. So DEO, again the same thing, replace. It is similar to segment 2, but the only condition is the limit will be r tends to 0. Replace s is equal to small r e to the power of j theta, where r tends to 0 and theta varies from. So here you have to consider the angles in positive because it is moving in counterclockwise direction. So counterclockwise means you are moving like this. So what will be the angle? 0, 90, 180, 270, 360 and 450. See here, angle coverage is from here, it is plus 270 to plus 450. Theta varies from 270 degree to 450 degree. And what is the angle coverage? Angle coverage, theta will be equal to 180 degree. It is covering 2 quadrant but in counterclockwise direction, 180 degree counterclockwise. This data is important, what we require. You can write directly, but whenever you are measuring angle in counterclockwise direction, you have to write positive angle. Whenever you are measuring angle in clockwise direction, you have to put positive and you have to put negative angle. Counterclockwise positive, clockwise negative. See here the same thing. So as usual, how you are writing the angles in quadrant? 0 minus 0 plus 90 plus 180. So I am moving in counterclockwise direction. I am measuring angle in positives. Again 0 minus 90. This is I am going in clockwise direction. If I go in clockwise direction, the angle should be negative. Got it? The same concept is applied there. And minus, yes, that's all, angle coverage. How you got this? 450 minus 270, you will get plus 180. Plus is counterclockwise direction. Then g into r e to the power of j theta, h into r e to the power of j theta will be equal to k divided by r e to the power of j theta into r e to the power of j theta plus a. Wherever there is a s, I have replaced with r e to the power of j theta there. Then consider small r tends to 0. I have considered the limit. So then k, retain this term, r e to the power of j theta. Compared to a and 0, which is greater? A is a positive value, it can anything. If it is 1, it is greater than 0. So here replace with that positive term. So k by a is again a constant. Now I will apply the limit r tends to 0, then k by r. So a is also involved here. K by a, again you will get some other constant. So that is directly a k. E to the power of, take this to a numerator, minus j theta. So this is the value what you get after you applying limit. So what is the magnitude when r tends to, what is the limit here? R is 0. So you are playing almost infinitesimally is equal to 0. What is the magnitude? Here when you replace r is equal to 0, you will get infinity. Anything by 0 is infinity. And what is the phase angle? Phase angle, again you got e to the power of minus j theta, that is cos theta minus j sin theta. What is the phase angle? Tan inverse of imaginary part. Imaginary part is minus sin theta, real part is cos theta. So tan inverse of sin by cos is tan theta. Tan inverse tan get cancels. So phi will be equal to minus theta. So same thing here, minus theta. What is the value of theta here? 180 degree. So minus 180. You have got minus sign, that indicates it is reverse direction. So this is in counterclockwise direction, but this is in clockwise direction, 180 degree clockwise. So this completes mapping. I have mapped for all the 4 segments. Then the problem is not yet over. There is another thing. You have to plot Nyquist plot in G of S, H of S plane. Nyquist plot in G of S, H of S plane. So first I will write what is a real part. This is a real part. Sorry, this is an imaginary part. This is a real part. This sigma, this is J omega, and this is G of S, H of S plane. So why we are plotting this? In order to calculate encirclements. So let us start the first segment. First segment is OA. How to plot OA? That is OA. First segment. OA is having omega is equal to 0 and omega is equal to infinity as a limit. I will see the polar plot. Polar plot, what is the magnitude at omega is equal to 0? Infinity. Infinity means yellow. Somewhere. I have to start from here. Infinity. Infinity to, it will end at 0. But what is the angle? Angle is minus 90 degree. So first I will write this is 0, minus 90, minus 180, minus 270. So this is a positive angle what I have written. Since it is in clockwise, I have to measure in negative. So this is a segment 1. Segment 1 is starting at minus 90 degree. Here it is a segment 1. From infinity it is parallel to y-axis. Then it will come to 0. It will not touch 0 because there is a pole at origin. So this is segment 1 OA. Then what is the segment 2? Segment 1 OA. Here magnitude is at infinity and magnitude is at 0. So infinity to 0. The same thing what you are plotting in polar plot. Then second thing is segment 2. What is the magnitude? 0. You are nearer to that bypass. 0 only. That bypass from the origin. It is almost infinitesimally equal to 0. The same thing. But what is the phase angle? Phase angle is 360 degree. 360 degree means it is a circle. So the circle here it will be starting at A, then a small deviation, it will stop again at the origin. Since there is a pole, I am not touching the any axis. So this is A, B and C and segment 2. What is the direction of angle? It is counterclockwise. See here, it is going at counterclockwise only. This is a segment 2. What is the segment 3? Replica of segment 1. Write the reverse mirror image here. The same thing. This is a segment 3. CD. Segment 3. And what is the last segment? Segment 4. Segment 4 is 180 degree. 180 degree. Just it will be covering 2 quadrants. Yes, it is correct. But it is in clockwise direction. Have we got the same thing? Yes, we got the same thing. This is a segment 4, D, E, O. This is the last segment, that is a segment 4. This is Nyquist plot in G of S into H of S plane. What you have to calculate here? You have to calculate what is the encirclement about the negative real axis. Is any plot crossing the negative real axis here? From the figure itself you can conclude. Is this plot is crossing negative real axis? No. That means there is no encirclement. The same thing I will write. Since there is no encirclements at negative real axis. Negative real axis. Why you are calling it as a negative real axis means you are locating critical point here itself. The critical point is minus 1 plus j0. So negative real axis means minus 1 plus j0 or critical point. Since there is no encirclement at negative real axis, then If there is any encirclement, then in the first problem you have located minus 1 plus j0. So here minus 1 plus j0 is need not be located. Why? Because there is no encirclements. If there is no encirclements at negative real axis means if you calculate the critical point also, you won't get any encirclements directly. Therefore, n minus 1 plus j0 will be equal to 0. Directly you can write this statement. So 0 is nil. There is no encirclements. Hence, from Nyquist stability criteria, what is the Nyquist stability criteria? N minus 1 plus j0 is equal to z or hs minus p or hs. Z or hs is equal to 0. Why? Closed loop stability condition. It is a closed loop stability condition. That's why Z or hs is equal to 0. Therefore, n minus 1 plus j0 will be equal to minus p or hs. What is n minus 1 plus j0? It is 0 or nil. What is p or hs? P or hs is, you have calculated here. This is p or hs, 0. Since LHS is equal to RHS, therefore you can write the system is stable. So this is how we solved an Nyquist plot. First, what we have done is we have calculated only two things. One is pole set RHS, another one is encirclement at minus 1 plus j0. Only two things you have calculated. How you calculated pole set RHS? Using Nyquist plot in S-plane. How you have calculated n minus 1 plus j0 encirclements? Nyquist plot in G of S, H of S plane. That's all. Problem we started with open loop transfer function. Compulsorily open loop transfer function. Nothing other than that. It should be open loop transfer function. If they give any other things, convert that to a open loop transfer function and solve. Find out poles and zeros. Locate the poles and zeros at Nyquist plot in S-plane. Directly you will get pole set RHS. Then what is the thing? You have to transform Nyquist plot in S-plane to Nyquist plot in G of S, H of S plane. For that you need to solve mapping. Mapping, it is as good as solving a polar plot in the previous sessions. The same thing. The first segment is OA, it is a polar plot. What you have solved? Calculate the magnitude, calculate the phase angle, substitute the values, you will get what is the magnitude at omega is equal to 0 and what is the magnitude at omega is equal to infinity. Similarly, what is the phase angle at omega is equal to 0 and what is the phase angle at omega is equal to infinity. You got this segment 1 over. Segment 2, you will be searching entire right half of S-plane. After that, you will be calculating what is the magnitude at r tends to infinity and what is the phase angle at r tends to infinity. Then after calculating those two things, you will be calculating what is the segment 3. Segment 3 is the replica of segment 1, the same thing, directly one line written. Then segment 4. Segment 4 is also almost the same of segment 2, only the change is r will be infinitesimally small. R will be equal to 0. In segment 2, R will be equal to infinity. That's why capital R, large value. Here, small r, small value. And then after that, considering the limit, you will get this. Transform the plots of S-plane to G of S, H of S plane. You will get all these things. Then after that, here the concept is important. After plotting this, first you have to find out whether any plots crossing or touching the negative real axis. Why negative real axis? Because minus 1 plus j0 is here. Where is minus 1 plus j0? So here, this is minus 1 plus j0, somewhere here. If the plot is not crossing minus 1 plus j0, then directly you can write n minus 1 plus j0 equal to 0. Because since there is no plot crossing the negative real axis, if you find out critical point minus 1 plus j0, then you won't find anything. So here you need not locate minus 1 plus j0 critical point. Directly you can take n minus 1 plus j0 is equal to 0. Then by using a Nyquist stability criterion, the encirclement about the critical point minus 1 plus j0 will be equal to number of poles located at right hand side of the S-plane. Here encirclements about the critical point minus 1 plus j0 is taken in G of S H of S plane, and poles at RHS will be taken in S plane. You just equate it. If it is equal, then the system is stable. If it is not equal, then the system is unstable. So this is a problem number 2. Thank you.